Can I insist on a vasectomy for my dysfunctional son? My wife and I have a 24-year-old son, our only child. He was different from the start, and we homeschooled him for a time before moving to a smaller school district where he managed socially and academically. But high school he was doing respectably and taking medication for his attention issue. This changed during his senior year, when remote learning and his decision to stop taking his medication resulted in a decline in academics and self-discipline. We moved again so he could attend a nearby junior college, but the same pattern repeated because his behavior toward us had worsened along with his study habits. We eventually had to insist he move out. We looked into a program for neurodiverse students that seemed promising, but it did not want to be associated with people who were different. He instead enrolled in a state university where he failed every class because he did no work and ended up moving back home. He then found a job at a big box store but was fired for working too slowly. He had OCD and would endlessly recheck date on items. At home, his oppositional defiant disorder and dishonesty became intolerable. So we rented him an apartment on the understanding that he would work and contribute what he could. 18 months later, he had no job and probably can't hold one. He lives on food stamps and the Medicaid, rarely bathes, hasn't brushed his teeth in more than 18 months, and refused basic self-care. We drafted a simple behavior contract. We would continue to pay for his housing if he kept himself and the apartment reasonably clean and agreed to see medical, psychiatric, and dental providers at our expenses. He refused at first, spent a night outdoors, then signed it, but almost nothing changed. At this point, we believe he may never be able to care for himself. I'm 70 and my wife is 61. We are trying to plan for his long-term support. My view is that if we are providing housing and financial help, he should have a vasectomy. He admits he can't care for himself or a child, but rejects the idea. I've told him that when his lease expires, I won't continue supporting him unless he agrees. I am weary of the constant battle and am, and am ready to see him permanently homeless or dead unless he complies. Even if he agrees to the vasectomy, he still needed to change his behavior for us to secure stable, affordable housing for him. He will never live with us again, after threatening my wife when she said we might cut off his pawn payment. My wife is unsure about making the vasectomy a condition of support. I think it's ethical, or at least far less unethical than the idea of him fathering a child, name withheld.